So this tutorial is all about demonstrating how to rename percentages as decimals. Now the most important thing, of course, is to remember what percent actually means, and that will help us understand the process a lot more as well. So percentage means per or every, per 100 or every 100, or it also means, another way to look at it really, is out of 100. And that's really useful. So if we think of the out of 100 explanation, and we have 82%. What 82% means is that out of 100, you've got 82. And we can write it like this, 82 out of 100. So it's a fraction. And so yes, we will be renaming each of these percentages out of 100. 2%, that's right, it's 2 out of 100. And 201, sounds a bit ridiculous, but it's 201 over 100. And yes, we can get percentages that are greater than 100. So, next step is, okay, what does this actually mean? So now all we have to do to convert this to a decimal is to do what this says. And 82 with a fraction bar and then 100, what that really means is 82 divided by 100. The fraction bar means divided. So it's 82 divided by 100. Now you can do that with your calculator, no problem, but you can do it just as quickly, probably even quicker, by just looking at it and doing a bit of counting. When you divide a number by a multiple of 10, so I'm talking 10, 100, 1000, for example, it makes division so much simpler because we put in the decimal point if there is not one there, and there isn't in all of these numbers, all of these numerators, 82, 2, 201, because they're all whole numbers. So we put a decimal point in there. So I'm going to put a decimal point in everywhere. Okay. Now, to divide, you can think the decimal point, when we divide, always goes to the left, because we're effectively, after we've divided a number, you've made it smaller. The face value has become smaller than it was originally. So we're getting a certain amount and we're cutting it up, right? That's what we do when we divide. And how many spaces, how many place values will the decimal point move to the left? Well, that's determined by how many zeros are in the denominator, as long as the denominator is a multiple of 10. So in this case, it's 1, 2 spaces. So let's do that. 1, 2. Decimal point will end up in front of the 8. So I can write that down, 0.82. Now that's correct, but usually if there's no digit in the units or the ones place value, we put 1 in to hold the place. And that would be the best looking answer. For number 2, we've already got our decimal point here because we put it in a bit earlier. We're going to be moving, again, remember, to the left. And we're going to be jumping, how many spaces? 2. So 1, 2. So this looks a bit interesting, doesn't it? Because there's nothing here. And we need something here because we just jumped another place value. So we put a 0. So the answer here is 0.02. And there's nothing in the units column yet again. So we put 0 to hold that place. And for the last one, again, it's the same process. We're going to take the decimal point to the left. We're going to take it 1, 2 place values to the left. So 1, 2. It'll go here. So the answer is 2.01. There is a digit in the units column, so we don't need to do anything else. And that is how it's done. So the process for renaming percentages as decimals is you convert the percentage to a fraction, and from a fraction you can easily convert by division to a decimal. And that's how it's done.